In this section we're going to talk about Mac OS X and the web. And what I'm going to do is show you how to use Safari, the built-in browser, to access the web. And there's not much to say there because Safari is a full-featured browser that works like all other web browsers, but it has a few additional features. And I'm going to show you how to set up two types of sites on your computer that other people can access over the web, provided they have the right security and internet connections. So the first thing that I'm going to do is show you how to turn on the web server. And in fact, I go into sharing and just make certain that web sharing is checked. When I click here, I will be able to see the IP address for the computer and a separate IP address with an extension for my account. So there are two websites for this computer. One is for the entire computer, the other is for each account on the computer. By default, the Apache web server is installed and it starts up when your computer starts up. It's as simple as that. That's all you have to do. If you do not see IP addresses here, if you cannot turn it on, then you have to go back into System Preferences, into Network, and check to see the entire procedure to make certain that you have an IP address and that you're connected to the internet. If I click here, I will launch Safari and go to the default page for my website. Now, I can go into TextEdit and create a web page. Yes, I can create a web page in TextEdit. I can center this. I'm going to go into the font picker and come up here with Times and change the color. I'm going to come up here and choose Save As, and Save As allows me to save in a variety of formats, including Microsoft Word. And one of the formats that I can save a document in is HTML. And I'm going to save it, and I'm going to call it jf.html, and I'm going to put it in the Sites folder inside my account. If I come back here into the Finder, here's VTC, my account. These are the default folders in that account. And I should have these two folders installed as part of the installation for any account. And now what I'm going to do is save this as HTML inside my Sites folder. And there it is. If I launch it, I'm in the browser and I'm looking at that page. And if I look at the source of that page, this is the source that TextEdit saved. It's HTML. I asked it to save in HTML. That's what it did. I had properties, default properties for the document that I've set in TextEdit. They are carried forward. I have a style over here, which is the alignment, the font, and the color. And here's the text. If you are familiar with HTML, you can see this is exactly an HTML document. I can put links in it to it. TextEdit is not actually the greatest tool to use for creating web pages, but it's one that you can use just as simply as this. So that's how you create a web page using TextEdit and how you install it on your own site. Now, what if I wanted to install it on the computer's site? Well, each user account has a Sites folder, and that's where you put the pages. At the root level of the computer, inside Library, there is a Web Server folder, and that contains a Documents folder, and that is where pages belong that should be accessed through the entire computer's website. So if I come back here to wherever it was, let me just open another Finder window. Here's my page. I'm now going to move it into the Documents folder. And here it is down here. So this is Documents inside the Web Server folder, inside Library, at the root level of my hard disk. I come back here, and this is the computer's website. And here it is. There's a different default page up here. But if I add to this URL the page that I just put there, that is now accessible through the computer's IP address /jf.html. And in either the Documents folder of the Web Server folder or in the Sites folder in my account. In either one of those I can create hierarchies of folders and documents just as I would on any other web server, because this is a web server. It's Apache, it installs as part of Mac OS X, and it's running when you turn the computer on. So this is a very brief movie because that's all it takes to create a website on your Mac OS X computer.